back to another episode of Learning to Drive with George, and today we're going to do a mock test straight away.
Second one,
yeah? Yeah, his second mock test. Now in his last mock test he failed for 3 things. Can't remember.
3 faults.
Yeah, there were 3 faults. What were they for?
One was use of brakes.
Oh yes, so we're braking a bit harsh when we're making that turn.
One was to getting the parallel park too
yes,
close
to that park on the right, yeah.
What was the other one? No signal.
Oh yes, not
when
using
parking.
a signal when pulling over and parking those vehicles behind us. Okay, so just remember those faults and just try and making sure they don't happen again. But obviously this is going to be a different route, so there might be other faults that you just want to make sure that you don't occur as well. Okay, just to tell you how the test works again, it's going to last for 40 minutes. During those 40 minutes you're going to keep following the road ahead unless I ask you to turn left or right. And there'll be 20 minutes of independent driving, 1 maneuver and possibly the emergency stop. Okay, and there'll be a show me question and a tell me question as well. Now whenever he makes any mistakes, they'll be highlighted at the top here. If any serious or dangerous mistakes will be in red. If he makes any minor mistakes, it'll be in amber. Any good points, that he does anything well, then it'll be in green at the top. Okay, should we get into this? Any questions before we start? So our test, when we do a mock test, we always follow the sat nav for the whole 40 minutes, okay? So the sat nav's already set up, and I'm going to tell you your first direction. It will be at the end of this road, we're going to turn right. But before we jump into that as well, could you tell me how you would check to see if your power steering is working correctly?
So when the handbrake's on, it should be firm, like it shouldn't be sliding about, and then as soon as you turn the ignition on, it should be looser.
Okay, thank you. And like I said, we're going to go down to the end of the road and turn right.
At the end of the road, turn right. Turn right. second exit. After 300 yards, turn right. Turn right. Cross the roundabout, second exit. Then bear left. bear left. After 200 yards, go straight on.
Okay, when it's safe to
Go straight on.
When it's safe to do so, I'd like you to turn on the rear demister for me, please.
The back one.
Yes, please. Thank you.
After 300 yards, go right on the roundabout, third exit. Go right on the roundabout, third exit. After 200 yards, go right on the roundabout, third exit. Go right on the roundabout, third exit.
drive on again for me, please. Over and park in a safe place on the right side of the road. Thank you. Us to reverse back 2 car lengths and rejoin the road. Yeah, we will drive on this, thank you.
After 200 yards, cross the roundabout, first exit. Cross the roundabout, first exit. Go left on the roundabout, first exit.
Okay, thank you. And drive on again.
After 200 yards, go right on the roundabout, second exit. Go right on the roundabout, second exit. After 200 yards, cross the roundabout, second exit. Then turn right. Cross the roundabout, second exit. Then turn right. Turn right, then turn right. Turn right,
We're gonna ignore the sat
then
nav
turn
now, so
around
carry on
when
straight
possible.
ahead. And we're just gonna pull over and park just behind that lorry. Yeah, just before the left. That's great. That's perfect. We'll get close to it. Just keep moving forward. That's it. Well done. A bit more forward. That's great. Okay, I'd like you to secure your car and turn off the engine for me.
Is that on?
Yeah, that's the end of our test
Cool.
there. Okay.
At least 3 serious mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, use of brakes. Hit the curb when I did the pulling over and parking, and too close to the cyclist.
Okay. I'm glad you know some of them. Unfortunately, yes, that would have been a fail. Let's go through them. So some of them you told me. Okay, let's talk. Let me talk through them actually. Okay, we'll go through one by one. So first of all, you've got the first serious mistake was your. I can't remember which one it was actually.
I think it was when I got confused at traffic lights. You braked like I did last time, basically. It was a right turn.
Yeah.
Was that it?
Okay. Now I gave you a minor there.
Oh really?
Yeah. Because because I felt like you didn't stop.
I did brake.
You did brake, but not hard this time. Not as hard as you did last time. Yeah, so I gave you a minor for response to traffic lights. Those traffic lights weren't for us. Those are for the people on your left waiting at the junction.
I realised that after.
Yeah, so I feel like you realised in good time and we kept the car moving. There was a little bit of a break, but just a minor there, yeah. Anything sharp.
The other right turn was the fault then?
Sorry?
Was there I think another right turn? Almost messed up another right turn.
Yes, do you remember that? The traffic lights, yes. Again, I've given you a minor for that as well. Now that could be a serious mistake, so I'm going to put a little dot there. So you're turning right and yeah, it was on a bend and everyone gets confused there. They assume they can just turn. Whenever you're turning right, it's not a roundabout, you're crossing someone's path, so you have to remember who's that traffic, where's the traffic. But yeah, you stopped in time. I was about to hit the brakes, but you got there before I did. But remember that can be quite dangerous. Okay. But let's go back to the serious and dangerous mistakes. Okay? Let's start with your overtaking first of all.
That was a big bad one.
Yeah, so now there's two cyclists that we overtook, right?
No, I don't remember the other one.
Now, yeah, so this is the first one that you got. So there was a car that was turning turning right from up ahead. So oncoming traffic, he's turning right into this road on your left here, and there's a cyclist on our left, and he's poking out into the road a little. Yep, into our side of the road. The cyclist is right here. There's a cycle lane, and you're going through and you're moving over slightly to the left where the cyclist is, and then going round.
I don't remember this.
It was the first long road that we were on, going up to the first roundabout, the first big roundabout.
No, I don't remember.
When you watch it back, you'll see it. But there was a cyclist. You just got to make sure you pay attention to where you're overtaking cyclists. So this is the first time where there was a cyclist on the left. Like I said, you're overtaking when it's not safe to do so. You're being pushed over towards a cyclist. You want to try giving a bigger gap, ideally, to a cyclist, not be pushed over even more. Okay. So whenever there's obstacles which are going to restrict you from moving over to the right, just hold back. Wait until there's a bit more space and then go around. Okay, so you got a serious mistake there for overtaking, well, clearance, I guess I said, for the cyclist. And then there was the use of mirrors before change of direction, serious mistake. So as we were coming up to the roundabout to go straight ahead second exit, where there's no traffic lights on this roundabout, there's now this one lane, but it's really wide and everyone's kind of forming two lanes there. Okay, and you started to keep over to your right to begin with, and then I know what you're talking about, yeah. And I think you realised
because we always turn right on that one. So
yeah.
I'm got used to it. But I needed to go and stay to the left.
Correct. Okay, but when we did move over to your left, I feel like we didn't check
on these.
Yes. So. Well, you did, but you tried to do it at the same time, and there was someone there, and then all of a sudden you see him
because they thought we were going right.
Correct.
Yeah.
As soon as you move your position over, now at that point, if you wanted to move over, I feel like you still had enough time to move over.
Just make sure it's
check mirrors, signal, tell people you're moving your position, because it's almost two lanes there. Yeah. Even though they're not marked out, you should be using a signal to tell them what you're doing. Okay. So you got a serious mistake there, and then you got a serious mistake for
steering.
Yep, steering. Oh yeah, so like you said, you went on top of the curb.
Yeah.
So I asked you to pull over and park. Now this curb was really low, so we didn't damage our tyres here. Had that been a higher curb, you're just going to grind your tyre on top. But you actually mounted both wheels.
Yeah.
Both of them were on top of the curb at that point. Okay. If it's a slight touch, you might get away with a minor in your test, but if you're mounting the curb to park, that's not a good idea. Okay. So you got a serious mistake for steering, and then lastly, your last mistake, the big ones, and this was a dangerous mistake for overtaking that cyclist.
Yeah, that was very bad.
Yeah, it's a bend. Now you can't see very well there.
Just hold back.
Correct. Until you get a really good view up ahead and you know it's going to be safe for you to overtake. Because as we started to overtake, that van started coming towards us, again pushing us back towards the cyclist, and I'm just like, who do I watch out for? That guy there, is he going to slow down for you, or are we going to make it past that cyclist? But we managed to get through, but it's not the safest place. Yeah. Okay, so you just vulnerable road users, cyclists, pedestrians, give them loads of space and just do it when it's safe. Good. Now you got 13 minors as well.
Same as last time.
Was it same?
Yeah. But
Okay.
it was three serious
mistakes.
But I felt like it was a better drive, even though.
Yeah, the drive is good. Your drive is, it's always been good. But
it's a little thing.
yeah. Anyways, let's quickly whiz through the minors. Vehicle checks. I asked you about your power steering at the start. Now you said to turn on your ignition.
Yeah.
Now your ignition is
this button.
Yeah. So if you press it now, Now try your wheel. Is it
You
looser?
gotta have it in gear. I don't
No,
know.
the car's got to be on. So the engine's got to be turned on.
Engine's got to be on. Okay.
Yes. So if
I
you
meant
just
it was.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So if you just turn on the ignition, this power steering will still
Mm-hmm.
be heavy. Okay. You got minor for moving off with control. You were in second gear. Just coming up to this roundabout.
Yeah,
We ended up stalling.
fixed it.
You managed to fix it on time. We didn't affect anyone, so you got a minor for that. Now this is where you're getting the most amount of minors. Now one more or a couple of more of these, you would have got a serious mistake anyways for this, but you already have a serious mistake for this. But it's use of mirrors before change of direction.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're usually good with your mirrors, and there are episodes like part of the test where you're doing your mirrors really well, and sometimes you're not checking enough.
Was it like at the roundabouts and stuff?
No, it was just when we're going in between traffic. When we're just driving on the road, there's parked cars and we're going around them. You're coming back to your left. It's a 20 zone.
Really, was I not doing that?
Sorry?
Oh, I always do it. Like when we're.
Like I said, you'll see it when you watch
Okay,
it
fair
back.
enough. You can edit it. Show me.
But yeah, there
Okay.
are times where you're not checking mirrors. Sometimes they're just more movements. Those I might not even mark down, but some of them you're doing big changes and you're not checking your mirrors. Or what you're doing is you're changing. You're checking your mirrors as you're
you do,
yeah.
okay.
And again, same situation. That's why you got the serious mistake on coming up to that roundabout, because you make a habit out of this. You want to move over, but you're moving over and checking your mirrors, and you don't have time to react to what you see in your mirrors, and suddenly you see someone just braking, stopping, and slowing down because of that. Okay, so yeah, there's 4 occasions I caught you not checking your mirrors at the correct time, so before moving your position. Okay, signals correctly. We came up to this roundabout where the sat nav said to go straight ahead, second exit, and there were 2 lanes. It was 1 lane splitting into 2 lanes, and then you got a little bit confused there as
So
well.
I put my right signal on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, eventually we put our right signal, but before that, it was 2 lanes. It was a little bit confused of where to position. Now there's already traffic there, and I feel like we could have just held back a little bit until you saw the road markings, and then decided where to be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because there's 1 lane splitting, and we couldn't see the road
I couldn't
markings.
see, and I saw it was a left only.
Yeah, eventually saw it's a left only.
Yeah.
You did the correct thing of keeping to the right. But had you,
held back more, is that what you're saying?
yeah, just hold back until
Yeah.
you see the road markings. Okay, that's the left only. Now I'm going to check my right mirrors and keep over to your right. Because you're the lead car in that lane. It's not like we're holding up traffic so much. It's just there's traffic already there.
Yeah,
You're just
there's
waiting to see.
traffic lights on as
Yeah, and
well.
there's traffic
No
lights
one's
there
going
as well.
anywhere.
Correct. Okay. But yeah, you managed to do that bit correctly. And then when we entered the roundabout, for some reason you put your right signal while you're coming back to your left.
Because it was like a right turn, but it should have been left signal.
It should have been no signal up until you stopped at the lights and then left signal.
Left signal to show
To
me
come
taking
on.
the exit.
Yeah.
Alright.
So just listen to the sat nav. She said go straight ahead. So at no point should we be using the right signal unless it's past 12 o'clock. Okay. And yeah, sometimes the bends are just going to be a bit sharp, and you just got to follow that lane. And then once you pass first exit, do your left signal to tell people you're taking the next exit. But you did correct it in time. I feel like no one got confused by it, so you managed to put away, which is just a minor there. That's about it.
Cool.
Do you understand the mistakes?
Yeah, I understand.
So stuff we need to work on is definitely judgment of overtaking cyclists.
Yeah.
Making sure we do it when it's safe. Use of mirrors before change of direction. Now you are good with your mirrors usually, but it's just making them clearer and making them at the right time, doing them at the right time. Okay, not at the same time as moving your position. And everything else you just got to remember, make sure we just keep improving it. The moving off of control, you have improved this a lot, because there was a point where you was literally moving off in second gear every single time,
Yeah.
but it only happened the once, but we don't even want that to happen, ideally. Happy with this?
Yep.
Okay, any questions? So how do you feel when you do these mock tests? Do you feel nervous, or do you feel like the pressure's on?
Last one I felt the pressure, but this time I was kind of more relaxed, just like, it is what it is. If I'm relaxed, I'll just do better.
Yeah. Now, I saw at one point, at the traffic lights,
I was like,
yeah.
I was like, it's over now.
Yeah, and
But I kept going, I wasn't like...
correct. That's the kind of mindset you want to keep, because as you
It's
saw,
worth it just to
you
practice.
thought that was a serious mistake, but it actually turned out to just be a minor. So we always say, even if you feel like you failed, just give it your best shot. No, stop. We're going to reverse back.
Okay.
Don't take that risk if it's just too close.